Good day, sir. My name is Ng Xiaozhen and my metric number is AI160197. And today I will present our mobile apps application, which is Ebento.
So Ebento is an SCG event list mobile application, and the application is developed by our team, which consists of leader Dong Yi and Muhammad Shafiq bin Muhammad, Kalpana Ng Xiaozhen, and Siti Umatul Solika. I will start for the introductions. SCG events are fantastic conventions that celebrate comics, gaming, movies, anime, and other geek-worthy pursuits. So basically, SCG is to celebrate for the popular SCG culture, and SCG event is really significant for the Malaysians to gather and share the same interest with other people. So through our research, we found that there are quite a lot of SCG events that held in Malaysia, and it can be said it become a trend that happening in our countries. So what is the project about? So our project is to develop an application that will provide them a list of ACG events detail that are currently held in Malaysia. The details are laid out in an infographic style so that the user can easily understand and acquire what they need. ACG event list applications will provide all the events details in Malaysia, including the venues, dates, and types of events. It will use GPS sensor in order to determine users' locations. So, why we develop these applications? The first thing is, there are no such applications that focus in content all the informations of the events that will organize in Malaysia. The second issue we found is there are no specific time, date, and location regarding of the future events. The third is SCG events does not have the constant venue and time in every year. The visitor need to know the venue, time, start, and the type of events to decide which event is planned to go. So for our Ebento, it will be developed into an Android mobile phone, which is our platform, and the target user is the people who are in the ACG community or have the interest in the field. The language used for our Ebento app is English and Malay, and our app's applications aim is to make it easier for people who are actively engaged in the following interests to come to the events and keep track of all the HCG events close to their location without having to search for them separately on the internet. So how? We will list out all the events about anime, comic, and game happening in the country with the dates marked on the calendar, and the venues can be opened through GPS. So that's all for my presentation. Thank you.
Now I will present about the problem statement that existing apps have. For the first one is RamonCon booklet applications. It only focuses on the event publishes, which is only provide the details of the events. User have to re-download the applications again for each event every time once the user close the applications, and it require a long loading time and it lack of context such as general tickets registration info, saving favorite events, and notification alert. So for this, user would prefer to download a full features program. They might not prefer to download a bunch of applications with different functions in their phone. So this application is quite lack of functionalities. Next is the cosplay event application. It does not organize the information accordingly, and all the venues and the informations are designed in the paragraph form, and the language used is different depends on the event place. So it may cause and poor user experience as the information performed is in the paragraph is quite not good to read for user. So user may need the application that's standardizing all the SDG event informations, paragraph and just paragraph with the text will confuse the user as much as possible. The next is the Anime Mastery 2018 and Cosplay Event applications. Both of the applications did not arrange the SCG events accordingly. Users need to scroll and swipe a long way to discover the SCG events that they are interested with. So user may prefer the clean and neat interface, which can help Conquer can simply access through interface, and they did an application to arrange the events based on the categories and will be performed in calendar, which will look more organized. The user do not want to mix up the events listing method, and the actual impact of the user perceptions will depend on the design standards. So better navigations for user will having a better user experience in using the apps. So these applications is lack of categorizations.
Good morning, sir. My name is Kalpana with Matrix ID AI160217, and today I'm going to present to you about the literature review and also the methodology. Okay, so right now I'll explain about the literature review. So as you can see, we compare three applications, which is Ramencon booklet, anime, mastery, and cosplay events. As for the contents, you can see from the table that the Ramencon booklet, the content is not very available. There is less information regarding the events. As for the community, you can see all three applications, there are no community available. It doesn't provide a viable place for them to engage. And then for navigation, except for Ramencon booklet, the rest of application, which is anime, mastery, and cosplay events, are quite bad. For this both application, users are required to manually search for their desired information. And then as for navigation, you can see that except for Ramencon booklet also, the rest of the anime, mastery, and cosplay events, their navigation is bad because users are required to manually search for their desired information. And then we see consistency. The same as navigation also, only Ramencon booklet available for a consistent design. The anime, mastery, and cosplay events does not have a consistent design. And then the ease of use, anime mastery is simple, while Ramencon booklet and cosplay events are complex. As we see these three apps, we compare with our new apps. We can see the content. We provide enough content for all the events in one application. And then we have community, which provides a viable place for the community to engage. And then we have navigation. Our navigation is considered great because we follow the 3-click rule for user to get their desired information. And then our consistency is also, our design is also consistent, while the ease of use is simple. Now I'll talk about the methodology. As for our methodology, we use the mobile app mobile app development life cycle. And then there are 5 phases in this life cycle. The first one is initiation. This is where the idea for our application is defined and refined. The aim of the app, the objective, the target user, platform, and availability of this app are all decided. And then through this, we can create a more user-friendly, higher functionality, and a complete feature application. And then we go to the design phase. In this design phase, the user experience is determined. The general layout, how it works, and the user interface designs are all defined. And then since our application is Android based, we expect the application to look and behave in a way that is consistent with that platform. So we create a detailed storyboard, and then it is used as a guideline for this application, which maps out the features and functionality of this application. And then we go on to the development phase, where this phase consists of the actual building of the application. This is where the developer develop the actual coding of the application through Android Studio. Resource limitation, device, and OS fragmentation are taken into factor during this phase. The application is created according to the storyboard in this phase. And then we go to the testing phase, where the process of working out the bugs in the prototype will be done. We carry out different type of testing, which is alpha and beta test. Alpha test is done among the developers, and the beta test is done among the users. And then lastly, it will be the deployment phase, where the application is finally built and ready to be released to the target user. The application will be produced and integrated with the latest Android device. And that's all from me, sir. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and a very good day, sir. Today we will present our project. My name is Muhammad Shafiq bin Mohammed. Metric number is AI160010. So now I will explain about the entity relationship diagram, which is the ERD. So this is our ERD. Okay, so we have the user. The attribute is the username, user ID, user email, and user password. So the many user registered to 1 apps, which is this Ebento application. So the apps will have the username, user ID, user email, and also the user password. Then all of these things will be stored inside the developer's Firebase account, which is the Firebase account lah. So the developer will have the username, user ID, user email, and the password stored in the Firebase. So this apps also has calendar where the user can check the dates and also the events. Then the apps also have events, which is anime, comics, and games. Next, also have the maps to check the locations. Next is has community, which is the Facebook page. And lastly, also have the FAQ with the questions and answers. Okay, so that is our ERD. Okay, next is our DFD, which is the data flow diagram. Okay, so this is the user. Okay, the user can register to the apps, register or sign in. And when the user register, the data will be stored in the Firebase database. Then the developer can get the data of the user that registered, which is here. The developer can view the data inside the Firebase. And these apps can retrieve the data when the user sign in. And after the user register, there also validation that registration is successful. Then after the user register or sign in, the user can go to the home interface, which is here, to view the calendar. So the user also can find events from here and get the available events. The user also can find place from the map and get the available place. Then the user also can find friends from the community and get friends. But since this is the extra link to go to the Facebook page, so we got external database, which is the Facebook database itself. So the community will go to the Facebook database to find the community and get the community back to this. So the user also can find FAQ and then get the FAQ. Then from here, the user can get the necessary information. Okay, so that is our DFD with 2 database. Okay, so now is the code snippet. So we have like Firebase extension where we import the Firebase authentication from here and also the Firebase user. Basically, this thing is authentication for the registration. So we also have the registration where the user can register with the Firebase. So this one is, if the user registration is successful, then there is a toss said that the registration is successful. Else, the toss said that the registration is failed. Then we have the login features. So this is the login button. When the user click, then the Firebase will get the name and also the password from the Firebase database. So here is get text and get text to string. So this is the calendar view. So we enable the calendar from here. So set on the change listener, new calendar view. So this is basically the calendar. Okay, so this is the map. So we enable the map from here and we also add the marker like this. So map is the Google map. So we mark Malaysia. So this is the latitude of Malaysia and this is the longitude, and this is the marker, which is the add marker. Then we position the marker in the Malaysian map. So the camera also can be moved inside the map. So next is the Facebook community link. Okay, so this one is how we put the link inside the apps. where the text view, okay, the text view you put inside the string.xml. The link is inside the string.xml, so this function will call the item from here. So and then set movement method, link movement method, and get instant. So the apps will go directly to the link, which is the Facebook page. So that is all about the methodology, ERD, DFD, and also the code snippet. Thank you.
And my name is Siti Umatul Shaliha binti Darsana, and my metric number is AI160015.
Okay, so I will be explaining on the result, outcomes, and contributions of the application. As you can see, we have done two types of testing to the application, which is the alpha testing and the beta testing. The alpha testing was conducted with the features on the interfaces, functionality, and usability of the application. From the first test that we've done, the graphic was clear and is displayed well. However, the text and the graphics on the screen of the mobile application tends to be unarranged. Therefore, we have fixed that inside the XML file, and now it's working just fine. And the functionality of it is the navigation buttons actually works properly, and the usability is everything works as we planned in the storyboard. So as for the beta testing was conducted upon 12 target users who are GTHM students and basically the ones who has interest in the field covered by the application. As you can see, there are 5 different feedback questions that we have given to them. We have given them the application to be tested and then the questionnaires to be filled for feedbacks. So from the beta testing itself, the results, as you can see, 50% of them agrees that the application contains the information that they needed, and another 50% are neutral, which means that some of them find what they wanted and some of them might not. So that also goes the same with the interfaces of the application, and the users did not experience any lagging while using the application, and most of them agrees that the application was moderately easy to use. So from the feedbacks that we have gotten, 50% of the testers is moderately agreed that the application provides information that they need and is useful with an attractive interface, while 41.7% testers agrees that the application was easy to use. So for the rating of the Ebento applications that were given by the testers, 41.7% of them agrees and rated 5 out of 5 for the application, while another 41.7% rated 4, and only 16.7% of them rated 3. This means that the application itself actually is useful for the testers and the target users that are supposed to be using the application. So as you can see, this actually concludes that our objective has been achieved. Thank you.
Good day, sir. My name is Tong K, and my matrix number is AI160181. I will make the conclusions for our project. So in conclusions, the information provided in Ebento application is still not fully complete. In this aspect, our team will continue to update the information according to the target user requirements and needed. So overall, the production result for the applications is a success based on the complete evaluations process. Basically, we have reached the objective of the project, which is to design, develop, and to test the Ebento application to our target user who has interest in this field. So in future, we hope that this application can be enhanced into a better application that can provide a useful and multiple informations and can be able to compete with other professional applications. Thank you.
So now I will explain about our apps, which is the Ebento apps. So this is the main interface of our application. The user can log in from here. But if the user haven't registered, they need to register first. So they need to go to this link to go to the registration interface. So we need to tag the user's name, email, and also password. Password must be 6 and above, letters or numbers. So I need to register first. Firstly, my name and email, then password. Okay, so if I press the register, there's a toast set that the registration is successful. Then we need to check at the Firebase. When I load here, we can see that I am registered here. This is my email, and this is the date I registered, and this is the ID, which is automatically assigned by the Firebase. So this is the main interface of our apps, which is the calendar. So the user can click the calendar and go to any date. Okay, so here is more features in these apps, which is the events, FAQ, maps, and community. So if we go to the events, we only put the latest events and the closest to the date. So the user can read the description here. Then we also have the FAQ, which is the frequently asked question. The user also can read from here. Next, we also have the maps, where the user can find the location they want to find. And we also have the community. So this is the interface of the community, where the user can go to the Facebook page directly from these apps. So this is the link. Okay, the link will take the user directly to the Facebook page. So here we put more events here, so that the user can refer more events from here. Okay. Okay, then when we go back, we can log out from here and log in again. So if I try to log in back, name, password. Okay, so it will say welcome to Ebento apps, and there's also a toast set that the login successful. Okay, that is all about our apps. Thank you.